Thank you for watching. Please like and share. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to my channel for updates. If you likes my videos, and my daily dedication to all my loyal subscribers, and would like to show financial support, you can do so via PayPal. Please see links below. Your financial support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. The year is now 2019, and many people around the globe are wondering if the end of the world is near. I don't think there has ever been such a widespread interest in this topic like there is today. And who can blame people for wondering, when you see what is happening to our world? The signs of the end are prevalent. War, famine, natural disasters, incredible and rapid increase in knowledge. Poisoning of the air and water. Birds of the air and the fish of the seas dying in huge numbers. These are just a few of the biblical signs which you can see on my channel, Planet X Today channel.
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
We are talking about record rain and almost in biblical proportions. Obviously, that has created flash flooding and regular flooding all across California. And, you know, we came here early this morning and we were just down the way. We couldn't actually see what had happened here, but we saw that the flash flood had gouged out 10 feet over there of sediment. Here it's about 15 feet. I'm going to cross over, hopefully not fall. And I just want to give you a sense of the scale here. This was basically somebody's backyard. That flash flooding took out this wall, part of the housing. You can see the roof over there cantilevered precariously over still. And where we are right now, this was basically people's backyards. They parked cars here. They had little gardens. And now it's this canyon with a creek flowing through it. Now, earlier, I'm going to have the camera spin around. Even as of late last night, this whole thing was basically an enormous river about 10 feet deep, taking everything with it as it coursed through this community of Lake Elsinore, which is under its 6th mandatory evacuation in just a couple of months. But other places in California, so hard hit. We have those images out of Sausalito in Marin County, that landslide taking out a couple of houses. In Palm Springs, there are these incredible images of what is normally a desert engulfed in an ocean of white water. Cars disappearing as they are just swept downriver. Nobody was hurt in that car. Apparently the people had escaped, but the car obviously destroyed. And across the hilly and mountainous areas here in Southern California, what had been just small drainage ditches turned into these roaring waterfalls. This one just gouging out a massive hunk out of that road. So dozens of communities affected here. We're talking about record rain, over a foot of it in Sonoma County. I mean, that's like tropical types of rain. That's the kind of thing that you see in the Gulf of Mexico, not in what had been drought-stricken California. We are already at well over 100% of the rain total for an average year here in California, which is very good news for people. And of course, the drought concerns not so good for people living in these communities. And they have suffered, especially places like this, like Elsinore. Places that have been fire-prone have suffered tremendously over the past several months or a year or more. Lake Elsinore had that holy fire in a couple of months ago, and this is its 6th mandatory evacuation, as I mentioned. So people have been forced to leave, first because of fire concerns, and then because of rain and flooding. And so officials now are really concerned about evacuation fatigue. They're saying that they have reports that only 25% of the residents here actually evacuated when ordered to, which means that by staying, they could possibly endanger themselves and, of course, first responders who are trying to get to them. But there's not that much that folks can do. It costs money. It takes time to evacuate each time they're ordered to. And I think many folks here just say, well, we're just going to wait and see come what may and hope for the best, because they just can't afford to leave yet.
Color, this red reflection with a strange object to the right side of it. We see down below as well, to the center of the photograph, these lines appearing through the skies. Now, this is towards the other side of the horizon, so the sun would be behind us. We see the haze of the horizons through the lower part of the photograph. What is being noticed through this reflection? Now, by looking in and zooming as well to these photographs, again, we always do this, don't we? We can see the apparent lines of the skies, something very strong illuminating to the top end of the photograph. A huge red reflection. A red reflection from what? Let's look at this other part of the photograph as well. What are we seeing here as well? A very apparent object, a glowing orb or something. Look at the shape of it as well. That is very interesting, isn't it? It does not look like a cloud system. It looks like something else. Just a strange anomaly appearing through the skies. Very strange detailing with this object as well. Now, when you zoom back to the whole photograph as well, it does look very different, doesn't it? And this is why we observe the skies. This is why we look into different people's photographs and picking up something that is different, something illuminating to the right side of where we see this strong refraction of this red color that is beaming very strong. Here is another Skywatch image as well. For the skies of 7:30 a.m., even the sun would already start to illuminate from the horizon. So it's not above the horizon just as we see this image. This is very strange. Again, we're picking up this of lines again through the skies, and this large orb or something that is showing through the northern skies. That's just moving closer and zoom out so we can pick up this formation again. Look at this. Very strong colors. And you can see the apparent lines again, smoking out this area of interest. It does get stranger as each day passes, because when we look at this photograph, noticing these orbs again, this strong red appearance. Down below as well, on the photograph, we're picking up these formations appear. Now, with the photograph, every other part of the horizon is clear, but as soon as we see this object or something, they start to do this, start to cover up the area in view sights. And then all of a sudden, again, with the technology they use, it just covers up the whole skies. Everything just turns into a smoke screen. Just another apparent photograph of showing something that is different. This is very interesting as well. It's picked up for the United States of America through the night skies. Now, noticing this object again or something else through the smokescreen skies, because they will smokescreen our skies at night time. Again, you can see the apparent cross on the photograph. Beyond the cross is this object again. Out there through the night skies, you can see stars to the lower left-hand side of the photograph. Something else again. It cannot be the moon because it's not illuminating. It is illuminating like a dark star. Okay, Now to a viewpoint. I'm showing you this European webcam. You can see the date to the left upper area of the screen and the timestamp at 9:12:45. Now the reason why I'm showing you this cam is because years ago we could remember a cloud system. Cloud systems all through the morning skies, through the daytime and even the evening would move through the skies. But this formation just below where we see the illumination of the sun, it doesn't move through the day. It stays there. Something of interest is being hidden. Look at this area. Please keep an eye on this formation. We see many of these through the skies of today. This formation in the background, it just doesn't move. Moving again at 10:24, you can still see the apparent sky in the background. No rising of a cloud system, and this formation still there as well. 11:30 has not moved at all. The skies become dark. You can see this witnessed on the webcam. Look at the timestamps. Heading on to 12:06, and it's still not moving. This is not a natural cloud system. This is something that has been placed there by the powers that were to hide the truth. Something along those horizons that you're witnessing on this webcam would be seen. So what they do is they just keep those heart formations in the same place, controlling our weather patterns. 15:24, still seeing the apparent formation. It has not moved. Nothing has moved in the background. 16:30, still seeing this apparent formation. The time, there's the date to the left hand side. And then when we move the cam as well to the other timestamp at 17:36, still the apparent formation is there. A cover-up. Not a natural cloud system. Just going back to the different timestamps, you notice this. There is no movement at all. This is new. Now, natural clouds would move through the skies. Something else, again, is being hidden in the background. Even the skies become dark again at 15:24. Now we've moved to a webcam in Germany. Something happens through the mist of the skies. 11:38, we see these two objects illuminating a strange colour. I'm going to just move to the next timestamp as well to show you this at 12:09. What is appearing through the fog on this webcam photograph? Now again, I've gone back to this and I've never seen this appearance before ever on this webcam. going back to the 1138 stamp and then moving to the 1209, something appears and disappears. Many others in our community are explaining through email as well that they haven't seen the sun for weeks. Some other areas across the world haven't seen the sun for months. Now, again, there has been something that is different, because even on other years we can remember the sun that was visible through different days, through different weeks, but all of a sudden now we're seeing formations and a dark sky appearing. Now we're viewing another European webcam. Something appears at the timestamp at 21:46 through the night skies. So what I've done is I've taken the photograph from the web page, and let's take a look and zoom in. First glance, taking a look at this, it does look very strange. It appears to be like a formation of lines through the skies during the night. Look at this area, you can see the two lines appearing to the either side of this formation. Is very strange as well, pointing east. Something else through the night skies. What are we seeing? What are we witnessing here on the screen? Does look very, very strange, doesn't it? Something else that appears. Are these entities something else? Let me just zoom out, because again, observing any interesting images is very important. The way it shows itself as well. Just another catch as something else. This was the webcam that strange object was illuminating to the upper area of the screen. So again, through the daytime at 12:10, the object isn't there. Okay, so let's check out other webcams from across the world, because indeed something is being seen through our skies. Okay, let's check out this webcam in Great Britain in Bexhill. You can see through the timestamps and the apparent changes of the skies. I'm going to zoom into an object as well on this webcam. Something appears strange to the upper area of the photograph. Now, I'm going to zoom in to show you this even more. Can you see these lines as well? Look at the shape of this formation. Very strange indeed, isn't it? Something else? Or are we seeing something normal on the screen? See, members of the public around Bexhill as well, in Great Britain, even other parts of the world, are still thinking everything is normal. At the timestamp at 1746 in Plymouth in Great Britain, to the other side of where we see the sunset, a golden sunset, we see a strong illumination of this red colour reflecting to the right side. What again are we seeing? Why are we seeing this strong red reflection towards each image that we notice on different people's footage on different videos? This is a webcam that is in Milton Keynes. I'm going to play the webcam footage as well, because we pick up this red colour in the centre of where we see these lines appearing through the daytime, and again it doesn't move, it stays there in one place. Look at this, the red illumination and a smoke screen that is continuing. Okay, let's go back to certain timestamp as well on this Milton Keynes webcam in Great Britain, 8:07 AM. People from them areas years ago in the 1980s would see natural cloud formations, not this, appearing through our skies. This is very important as well, because we're seeing a red colour that's reflecting on these formations. I'm going to show you as well the different timestamps of this red colour reflecting on these apparent images. I mean, we all look out the windows now of where we live, across each skyline, and picking up this all the time. Look at this red colour. Reflecting. Apparent changes and apparent colours. It's becoming much more stronger, isn't it? The evidence is overwhelming. Going back to webcams many years ago, we did not pick up strong colours like this witnessed on these photos. Okay, now I picked up something very interesting on the Snowville West cam for the United States of America. Now it could be normal. Okay, we've got to think out of the box with every image that is being shown on the screen. Now, something illuminates to this area here. It starts off here, and then the webcam cuts out. This webcam has never cut out, ever, and all of a sudden now many other webcams are cutting out. 1822. Now, please again think out the box with this. When we go and approach the other timestamp at 2028, we pick up 3 light refractions to the right hand side. Let's go again. The appearance is about here. Now, I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to continue to move the cam, and all of a sudden it states it's unavailable. Then we go to this area, and we see this illumination here, and here, and here. It could be normal, but again, observing things of interest always has to be respected. Then all of a sudden, we get one object at 242, and then we pick up at 449 this illumination. Now, when we go back to the other timestamp as well, the sky is up here. This is where the sky is, this area. A fogged mist sky. You can see the temperature would be very low at Snowville West. So going to the other timestamp as well, at 12:36. At first I could have thought it was a motor vehicle, but then it starts to show, and it's refracting through the skies at 4:49. Something very strange. Again, we've got to think out the box. I'm going to show you this just quickly once more time as well. Just show you this at 1822. The illuminations to the lower area at 2028. And then all of a sudden the camera's been taken down. And then we're picking up these colours, some other formation in the skies, and then it is pitch black. I want to show you this as well. At 7:56 you saw that illumination around about here. Okay, what I've done is I've noticed the blue illumination of the sun. Now this image was taken from Hawaii. All of a sudden the golden plasma shows, and then we see a blue sky and apparent with a white sun reflecting. Now something of interest just below on the photograph was picked up. Let me just show you this as well by taking forward the photograph down to this area here. We see the plasma from the sun just above this area, and down below as well something else is being picked up. A clear piece of evidence as something that is illuminating just below the area of view side to the sun. Let's just get more of an apparent image on this as well. You see the blue sky in the background. What is it we're viewing on the screen here? A huge object that is brightening up. Are we seeing the binary companion, the sun's brother? Let's just get back on this as well. See, we're picking up many strange images. When the sun changes white, we're picking up orbs. We're picking up huge reflections from stars or known heavenly bodies. These past years have been very crazy, haven't they? See again, before, people that noticed the skies, again soon after 1994, have been picking up evidence all along, noticing, looking up and seeing differences. Okay, now it's always important, isn't it, to go and show you the webcam as well, so the truth is appearing on the webcam. Normally you would see a beautiful blue sky on this webcam, clouds drifting by, nothing to be seen. But now for 2019 we see that strong reflection of a change with the sun and this other object that is so evident just down below on the screen.